Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special. Today we will focus on strength. In the wasteland, essential supplies will be scarce. When an item of value is found, keep it close and away from bullies. The stronger you are, the more you can carry. Be sure to know your limits, or you may find it challenging to escape from hazardous scenarios, no matter how strong you are. There are other situations where you may find yourself in close proximity to unfriendly neighbors. For such cases, you must learn to defend yourself using your natural strength. Use anything sharp, or sturdy enough to swing. Get creative with your implement, but stay reasonable. And look for anything that can further enhance your innate vigor. The greater your strength, the greater the impact. But remember, unfortunate truth that when you go above ground, you will be faced with many post-nuclear nuisances. These frightening menaces will come in all different shapes and sizes and pose an immediate threat to your survival. You must learn to deal with these dangers, but may find this challenging at first. That's why we've provided you with the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, so you can scan the threat and pinpoint areas of weakness. And the higher your perception, the more accurate you will be. Why, you'll put Davy Crockett to shame. There may be times when you must engage in questionable activities. Your perception can help keep you safe during these morally ambiguous moments. Practice your pilfering on youths, the elderly, or the incapacitated. As you continue to purloin your way to success, try more challenging targets and more skillful techniques for greater returns. Don't get too cocky there, sport. Our topic today is endurance. We will all be faced with many new and unfamiliar health risks, such as infection, sudden loss of limb, and above all, harmful radiation. Fortunately, your formidable endurance has turned your body into a hard-working machine that can resist the harmful effects of radiation and physical violence. Like any machine, then, your body must be well maintained to stay in tip-top shape. While average Joes will survive on old packaged standbys, your ironclad insides will allow you to seek fresh meat. Radiation poisoning may have enlarged your favorite meals. This means more healthful nutrition for you. Take caution not to bite off more than you can chew. Endurance can also provide new options for food, some of which can be an acquired taste. Gone are the days of exercising for fun. Instead, you will need to combine athletics with crucial survival activities. The greater your endurance, the further you can go. Just be certain to be mindful of others. And now, charisma. What is it made of? Unlike the clean, wholesome America you may recall, the wasteland will be a distrustful place, full of unsavory characters and few morals. Earning the trust of your fellow man is an often overlooked key to survival. One way to prove your trustworthiness is through fair commercial exchange. Your renowned charisma will enable more favorable bartering. Don't get greedy now. Use your charismatic nature to negotiate your way out of tense moments. Having friends is always of value. How else do I find friends, you may wonder? You may find an impromptu cocktail hour helps to ease social stress. Your charisma will help you avoid the perils of addiction, but not the immediate effects of drink. So practice moderation, or you'll find out who your real friends are the hard way. You will find that even wild animals can be charmed by your charisma. Looks like you've found a new pal. Oh, don't get carried away there, big fella. Our next area of attention is intelligence. With all the talk of physical survival in the wasteland, you may forget that sometimes it's survival of the smartest. And An empty mind is a vessel for knowledge, and intelligence is the key to unlocking opportunity and adapting to your new world above ground.
Okay.
Your advanced know-how will grant you access to new places and new technologies.
Patching in.
Space
Anybody
age,
out there in
isn't
the
it?
wasteland? Hello? Do this.
Intelligent survivors are
Hi, hi.
also...
Hi, hi. Camera's over here. Hello. We're back. B. Hello. It's Fallout time. We're playing 76, y'all. We're here. This is our final cosplay charity stream of the year. We're gonna be raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I think I will be on tomorrow streaming at some point, so the Tiltify campaign will still be open until the 31st, or until January 1st, I guess. But yeah, we're here. We're gonna try to raise a little bit more money. To anybody who's interested in checking out our campaign page, there's the link right there. It's also in the About section. I want to thank St. Jude Children's Research Hospital for having us and for helping put this together as well. Thank you to Ken, Chad Fallout 76 podcast, for putting this whole thing together. Fallout for Hope was kind of his dream, and he's sort of making it become a reality now. It's been really nice to be able to help out in this way last year and now this year. I'm sure we'll do the Fallout for Hope next year as well. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to check out our campaign page. We have a couple different rewards and milestones. For $20, we'll put you up. If you donate $20, we'll put you up here. Where is it? Over here? No, it's on this one. We'll put you up here on our Fallout holiday dono scene. We got a few of the homies up there right now. For a $75 donation, our friend B in the chat, Some Dumb Crumb, will paint you a beautiful oil painting or acrylic, a beautiful painting of a Fallout holiday theme as well. Yeah, y'all. So it's kind of crazy to think there's only 2 days left in the year. We're gonna play Fallout for a couple hours tonight, and then I'm thinking tomorrow maybe do some community games. Like I'm thinking Fall Guys or something like that. We'll see. I'll kind of see what everyone's thinking. Jeez, I see you, bro. Yeah, to anybody who's got Fallout 76 and wants to hop in, this is my gamer tag on PlayStation. We've been playing on Sony. I'm gonna be honest. This hi. Polo, how are ya? Yeah, it's actually been a week or two since I've played this game, so I don't know if there's new stuff or what. Right here. Polo, how are you? What's the New Year's plans? What's everyone doing for New Year's? What's the good word? There's our stream rate if anybody wants to hop in. Go over here. Our game started up. Oh. If I'm not making money, I don't want to be out. That's a good That's a good motto. Little hustler mentality there, Polo. Gonna game the year away? Yeah, I was thinking I might run a stream and just do song requests and maybe play community games, do some Fall Guys or something. Debating it. Alright, I think the Atomic Shop is gonna have New Year's stuff now. This whole shop makes me just want to spend money. I get so tempted. They've been added some good stuff in here lately. Your shop always provides. Come on now. The best deals. 10 years of hospitality ruined New Year's Eve. That makes sense. People tend to act like animals. Ooh, I can't imagine what like the cleanup is like after a New Year's shift at a restaurant or a bar. Fuck that. Where's the free stuff? Ooh, that's nice. I just realized I could make rent one night, spend half my rent out in the street. Yeah, no, I got you. Like, it's tempting for sure. Like one night of hell for sort of a month of ease in a way, financially. A Happy Kwanzaa poster! That's awesome. That's very cool. Let's go Fallout with the representation. Yeah, the close-knit thing, yeah. Yeah, we still usually do like family. They have friends of the family over. Alright, let's hop into this. Ooh, I have a free digital movie rental I have to use up by the end of the year, and I only have 2 days left. Maybe I'll try to watch a movie tonight in the Discord. I wanted to rent The Woman King, the Viola Davis movie that came out this year. I think it's like a historical... The historical... accurate? I don't know. It looked good though. Alright, so y'all know the routine by now. We usually just try to get these dailies finished, get some weeklies done. We'll run this for a couple hours. See how much progress we can make. I think I'm gonna have to join another server though. Yeah, my base isn't here. Somebody built a house. Nice excuse to listen to smooth jazz for a little bit. Oh, I got this revolver while I was offline. It's a Nuka-Cola revolver.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up
Like
places
Woody
like
Harrelson.
Foundation. If you don't look close enough, you'll miss what you're looking for. I got here first. Go find some other spot.
Damn, he's rude. I love walking up to my base because it's like all this life in the middle of a desert wasteland. It's not really a desert.
What is it, Earthling?
Oh, these. Shit, this is it. Santa Claus turned into a goblin. Oh, this is a legendary score. Oh, fuck. Alright. It's pretty straightforward. Daily op event. Craft grenades. What did that say? Kill a festive scorch while on a team. I feel like I need to make a Christmas outfit. It's too late now. Now I need a New Year's one. Oh man, I might have been positive. I think I'm kind of slacking on this scoreboard. I need to pick up the pace a little bit. His weapon's kind of OP. It's not really fair. There's people shooting at us. Fiend, what's up? Yeah, this chainsaw. They just added this recently. Fiend, how are you? What you got planned for New Year's? Partying? Farzad's here. Welcome in, gang. Yo, this is a real chill, casual stream today. We're just listening to some smooth jazz, playing some Fallout. Here. Hi. Woo. Welcome in. Hope y'all having a good day. I need to find an event or something. Chilling all weekend. I'm tired, working hard. I know, man. The holidays are exhausting, honestly. Time of year. Especially the area we're in, too. Oh, this music is so smooth. Damn. Yeah, I'm considering doing a New Year's stream. Like being live for when the ball drops tomorrow. Thinking. See if I'm not too tired. I've been getting tired this time of night too, just like having to wake myself up a little bit before going live and not napping through stream.
Note to the gourmands. Human's flesh is not acceptable tender here.
I'm just trying to get these dailies done here. I love this gun. I'm keeping this. I think I might switch lobbies. Yeah, there's not really any events or anything. So today is our last official day. Oh, hello. Let's go, Farzad. As I say, today is our last official day that we'll be doing the cosplay Fallout. Yes. Oh, yeah. We got some birthdays in the community as well too. It's Ren's birthday. Big homie Ren. But yes, y'all, so we're raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital with Fallout for Hope, a group of hundreds of other Fallout streamers. Today will be the last official day that we'll be in costume doing that, and tomorrow will be the last day of the campaign. It will be closing out on the 1st of January. Thank you again to everybody who's taken the time to visit the page, check it out, contribute in any way. Just being here and hanging out, spreading the word goes a long way. Also, got a daily op team. Let's go. We're in it. Farzad, when's your birthday? Farzad, are you in the Discord? If anybody wants to join the Discord, there's a link. June 28th, let's go. Yeah, I'm a July, late July, the 30th. Oh shit. Oh, this doesn't look good. I think this team has been failing pretty heavy. Yeah, we're only on the first carrier. It's been 11 minutes that they've been in. The other person left? No, this is we gotta bail. Gotta bail. It's a bad lobby. I like this picture. This is somebody else's camp, but they built a theater that had like an open, you can sort of see the sky is open. It's raining down into it. And the kind of the proscenium stage they built goes out over a star floor, so it almost looks like you're looking out over space. Isn't that cool? My banners are kind of blocking it, but the ceiling is open. And then there's seats down in the, the people are very, very creative in this game. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to do actually. Maybe we'll do that. There's a video that IGN put out recently about how 76 has been having a renaissance, and it shows all the different really creative things people are doing in game. I want to watch that this stream. I think that would be a great way to end out the year in Fallout. Farzad, I got you. I just have to give you the permissions. I'm gonna do that right now, my friend. Woo, welcome in, bro. Oh, I gotta link you to, give me one quick sec. I gotta link you to our roles, our role post. You may, if you want to do watch parties with us, you'll probably want to get the ticket holder role, Farzad. Just hit the red ticket in that post I linked you. Because that'll give you access to our movie theater channel. Oh, yep. An event.
I don't like that look, man. The only one I got.
Maverick,
Captain
stop! Wow, they're just like forcing me to hear this.
With the
ad.
new
All support personnel, proceed with caution. Instability detected. Mineral harvesting.
Alright, boom. So, yeah, we're gonna do a few dailies, and then I got this video I want to spend the back half of the stream watching. I watched about half of it, and then I realized one of our streamer friends and the person who put on Fallout for Hope, Ken, is actually in the video. IGN interviewed him. I'm pretty sure it's IGN. Yeah, IGN, they interviewed him for this this video. So I was like, oh wait, we gotta watch this on stream.
Sniffer systems engage. Local mineral
Yo, they got, what is this gun they have? This thing is huge.
Mineral transfer
I have never seen
required.
this.
Please
What is
claim
that?
token.
So the point of this event is you just run around and collect all the different minerals that are on the wall. Oh, ultrasight, nice. I gotta put my power armor on. Just slaughtering mole miners to smooth jazz. Going into 2023, slaughtering mole miners to smooth jazz.
Collection task.
Farzad, do you watch, have you watched Lost? We got, to anyone joining the Discord, we got, a special role for Lost fans. We do watch parties time to time. Lost is, the show's about 20 years old now.
Later collection.
The island, people crash on the island. No. Farzad, I think you would like it, bro. It's for big brains like you. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of it. Everyone knows it. Hey, y'all see we got the festive power armor. We got the Christmas lights. Oh, we gotta get out of the mine before it collapses too, though. Get out of here. Yeah, I think at the end everything starts to crumble, all the debris comes down, you gotta escape. I just got out. So yeah, we'll do a couple more missions. Maybe I'll try to do a daily op. And then I want to watch this video. It's about 45 minutes, but I think it goes by quick because it switches topics from all the different communities of Fallout and the different crazy creative stuff that they're doing. So I think we'll spend the last half of stream watching that. Alright, we got out of there. And then you get claim tokens to use in this terminal. I have 40 of them. I'm saving up though. Whoa. Be careful in them Appalachian caves now. Now I got 49 tokens. I'm gonna save up. I put a jetpack on this, eh? Look at that. That's nice. Wow. And like the, you know, the light from the sun back there is kind of shining off the water here too. Wow. It's like nice but tragic, you know? It's sad because everything's destroyed, but it's still beautiful. I want to take a picture here. I want to do sitting. The music is perfect for this. But over here. Gotta find a good angle. Maybe up close. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Maybe we'll zoom out a bit. Oops, I fucked it. Ah, that's cool. My dolphin face. That's sick. Who just opened a lunchbox? What the hell? Okay. Bean, I'm saying our Wasteland Instagram top tier. Just wait till I go to the hot tub in my base. In a minute. Alright. Gonna run this stream raid. Token? Not the Fallout thirst trap. Hey! Oh, well, thank you for the Primey, Bezos. Jeffrey Bezos. Thank you, bro. Let me come over to the main screen here. Say hello to everybody. Hello, hello. Here. Hi, everyone. Yes, thank you, Bobblehead. I appreciate you. No worries if you got a lurk. Yeah, yo, we're just running some Fallout. We're gonna be here for a couple hours. I think we're gonna get in a New Year's Eve stream though. I'm feeling compelled to stream tomorrow night. Maybe do some Fall Guys. So I kind of want to do something like as many people as possible can play. If y'all are just hanging out, something that's cross-platform, you know, that would be ideal. Okay. Let's go back here. Just want to see if there's anything we can do in game before we watch this video.
Be sure to stock up while you can.
Select a bobblehead. There's got to be an easy place to do that somewhere. I'd like to find a daily out before we watch that. That's my goal. Do y'all have movies you watch around Christmas that you're like, that this is the movie, it's Christmas and we have to watch this movie because it's Christmas? Y'all have movies like that? I feel like I used to, but not so much anymore. Usually the Harry Potters. With the with the outfits, he got Jingle Bells. Oh damn! All the Way. I don't know if I've seen that one. Heard of it. Oh, I'm trying to get to this one in the blue too. Look at this fresh suit. Ow. We got a flaming sword. Look at this Christmas suit. Ow. So festive. So festive. Oh, is it Arnold? Arnold. Oh yeah, I couldn't even attempt it. There's no way I'd spell that. Arnold. That looks cool. That's awesome. Jeez. What was that? Let's go. really like this power armor. Got all these shocks and scepters and things on it. I was saying last night we finished Little Nightmares 2 and we started playing this game called A Quiet Man, which was kind of neat because it was part live action real people and part video game. So we might continue that next year. We're kind of enjoying it. But I have a bunch of games already scheduled, lined up for next month. We're gonna start the year doing weekend streams, which I don't normally do. I want to do extended, like starting during the day and going into night. I don't know what day yet though, maybe Saturday. I want to do that and play God of War Ragnarok. Because we're gonna need longer hours to play that game.
Is now on final approach. Eyes to the sky, people.
B and I are gonna play The Devil Inside at some point. I also plan on doing The Last of Us Part 1, PS5 remaster, every night that there's a new episode of the show on HBO. I think that airs the 15th, so that will probably be our first time doing that. Most Wanted is fun. Let's go. Alright, we're about to join an event from the Nuka-Cola band. Let me fast travel. We also have Final Fantasy VII Remake we're gonna keep playing through on Wednesdays. We should be done that by the end of January. The director of the show, well, you know, so they got the people who did Chernobyl to do this. I have no idea if the Chernobyl people were fans of the game beforehand. I'd be surprised if they had played it. You know, I think it's maybe fine if they don't like the game because their expertise is in film. So as long as they know how to make a good film, then that's what's most important. The game is my all-time favorite. I even really like the second one. I like to joke that people who don't like the second game don't like accountability. Because that whole game is just like being accountable for everything in the first one. I'm just joking though, don't. Bobblehead, thank you for the digital trip contribution. Y'all feel free to put your points into the digital trip. That is a concert, light show, party, crazy time that we like to have over here. sneaking around? Oh, they got the gold suit. Hold on, where'd they go? Damn, I'm running so fast. This robot spawned out of the outhouse. Ooh, damn, that was delayed. Yeah, to anyone who hasn't seen it, this is the Nuka World expansion they added.
Welcome to Nuka World on tour. Would you like a balloon? Have you met my friend Bruno?
I love this. They outdid themselves, in my opinion. Whoa, there's still no one wants to join this daily op team. I think that's okay. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll run our ads and our St. Jude story, and then when I come back, we'll see if we can do a daily op, but if not, we'll just watch this video. I have a video queued up that IGN made recently about Fallout 76 and kind of the renaissance it's been having, all of the different communities that are doing really creative like games and events and stuff in the game. So I want to watch that afterwards as we kind of hang out. Maybe I'll grab some snacks. Yeah, give me a couple minutes, y'all. I'll be back in a few. No worries if you gotta run, but thank you if you can watch the ads and hang out. And while we're gone, feel free to check out our campaign page. We're gonna be raising money until the end of tomorrow for St. Jude's. Thank you again to everyone hanging out. I'll be right back.
It's a glittering premiere at the Chicago Theater for Warner Brothers' I'll See You in My Dreams. A real dream has come true, for this benefit premiere launches a drive for a new hospital sponsored by the film star Danny Thomas, here arriving with his family. Years ago, Danny vowed he'd build a hospital if he ever became famous. $32,000 are subscribed, the first of $1 million Danny Thomas tells friends he'll raise for the St. Jude's Hospital of his dreams.
They said it couldn't be done. They said that it was a task which would break my heart. They said it was impossible. At this very moment, as I speak to you, in the city of Memphis, Tennessee, there is being constructed a hospital in the form of a star. There it is, in concrete, glass, and steel, to offer help to all the children of the world, regardless of race, creed, or economic status. You and I have vowed that we will do everything in our power spiritually, physically, mentally, and financially, to bring about the defeat of these catastrophic diseases. We're going to begin with leukemia, and by God's grace, after defeating it, go on to other diseases. That little tiny building has led the world in advancements in pediatric science and clinical care, and now it's going to rise up. You will bring it to the fore through an organization called ALSAC. If I were to die tomorrow, I now know why I was born.
While we're sitting here making this video, there's a family that's walking through the front doors on a Friday afternoon, and they're at St. Jude. When we came to St. Jude, I asked the doctor, "Can you treat my child?" And he said, "No. We're going to cure him."
That original world always spoke to us. And so when we thought about what we'd really, really want to do next, it was, can you imagine if we got to do Fallout, you know? No one's been doing it for a long time. Is there any possibility? I can remember this coming back to my desk, and Todd Vaughn, our VP of development here at Bethesda, had left a yellow sticky note on my keyboard, and it said, "Fallout's yours." That's all it said. I'll never forget that. I think I screamed and ran around the studio and like, hey, we're doing this. Because everyone had, you know, the team had heard about this might be a possibility, you know. It was fantastic. We're super, super excited.
It was a pretty big responsibility taking on such a beloved franchise, something that belonged to a different creative group. And frankly, I personally was pretty shocked at how well it was received. I think that speaks to how unique Fallout is, because even though it's a post-apocalyptic game, it's a dark world to spend time in. There's also so much character to it, and there's a quirkiness to it, an undertone of goofiness and humor that kind of lightens things a little bit, and I think people really sort of like that contrast.
The year that we showed Fallout 3 for the first time was actually the infamous E3 that was in Santa Monica. It wasn't in the convention center, it was at all the hotels in Santa Monica. And I remember Todd being really interested and wanting to talk to Tim Kaine and have Tim come out and see the game, because Tim was so influential in those first Fallout games. And we were like, you know, we need to make sure the Fallout guy likes the Fallout that we're making.
The previous games they're like of a previous generation, right? So they're isometric, they're turn-based, they're a fantastic, perfect version of that for the time period that they came out. And we felt what we really like about video games is being able to put you in that environment.
I kind of felt like my baby had been adopted by another family. And it wasn't so much that I didn't like the family, it's just my baby was going to be raised differently than how I would raise this baby.
I remember this very vividly, sitting at a table asking Tim Kaine what he thought of the demo. We just saw it, and the whole time, you know, you're just crossing fingers and toes like, oh, please don't let him hate it.
And I just watched entranced because I got to watch the opening cinematic and then some gameplay, and it was Fallout in first person, and it was mesmerizing. It was immersive. It was incredible. And I was like, even when I saw the VAT system, I'm like, that is what our called shot system would be like if you converted it to a first-person role-playing game. And it was great.
That was a big, like, watershed moment in some way. And wanting to do right by Fallout meant you go back to the folks who came up with this stuff and said, hey, here's what we're doing.
I especially loved when you actually got to leave the vault and the light came up and you saw the wasteland, and I was like, I'm seeing Fallout in 3D. It was an amazing experience for 2008.
We were fortunate when Fallout 3 came out that it did find a very, very large audience who really gravitated toward, oh, this is scratching that itch in an all new way, because look, you know, as technology and time moves on, you know, so do we, right? The way we view things, to have it really scratch that same itch the way something did in a previous generation, you often have to present that in all new ways.
So I think whenever we're trying to come up with a new world, and you know, Fallout being in this new world that was getting created, particularly by Tim Kaine and Jason Anderson and Leonard Boyarsky, they were really trying to figure out what this special sauce was. What was the thing that was going to make it feel like something different?
We had a fantastic team. What I did was I would stay at work after hours in a conference room, and I'd order pizza, and I'd tell people if they wanted to come to the conference room after they were done with their work, we could talk about games.
Tim Kaine, who was the producer / lead producer / game director at the time, he knew that he wanted to make an RPG where the player had a lot of choice in what they did. And we, I think as a group, came up with the idea that you could talk or fight or steal your way through the whole game, which was kind of a revolutionary idea in those days.
I shall believe you for now.
Now, the interesting thing about Leonard is he's kind of a dark guy. Everything's kind of gloomy. So I told him, I said, if we make this game, I don't want it to be all depressing. There's got to be a humor to it. And that turned out to be something he calls the special sauce, because we ended up with this world that's funny, but very morbidly funny.
I had this really long drive back and forth to work. One day I'm like, it would be a really good idea to make this kind of like an idealized 1950s future that an apocalypse happened to it.
One day he said, what if we did what the 1950s thought the future was going to be like? So big robots and flying cars and just all kinds of insane atomic powered things. And he really wanted to do that. And I have to admit, at first I was like, I don't get it, but let's see where this goes. And I'd say within 6 months, everybody got it, and they loved it.
The juxtaposition of the kind of the innocence of the 50s with the violence that was going on.
It was this sense of sort of comedic irony, I think, in the end, and it would create what would seem awful a lot of times, but it would kind of make you laugh.
Oh, don't get carried away there, big fella.
Thank you everybody for hanging out, watching the ads if you had them. I found a daily op. So I think we're gonna try to run this real quick and then we'll watch that video. Yeah, I appreciate everyone lurking today. The support throughout these last 2 years is more than I ever could have expected going into this. I look forward to exploring more games with y'all and just meeting new people and just like seeing everybody grow and achieve their goals through the new year, you know?
Must want us to put on a show. Let's oblige. Start thinning out their numbers first, and I'll provide further instruction. I recommend stealth maneuvers from here on. This group is powerful enough you want to limit how many you take on at once.
Oh my goodness. Wow, he killed me fast. Put my power armor on. Friend, hi. How are ya? Yeah, it's going good. We're just kind of finishing up our dailies. I found this video on YouTube, IGN put together. Excuse me, I'm being eaten by a dog. IGN put together about Fallout 76 in the new age and how it's kind of had a resurgence and all the communities doing different creative stuff. So I wanted to watch that. Yeah, I had started it, and then I realized they interviewed the guy who started Fallout for Hope, Ken. So I was like, oh, we gotta watch this on stream. This is too cool. Away from me. Okay, do you see the levels? 1,153. They've been playing since launch, without a doubt. That's the thing with this game, is like, there's no buying levels, there's no paying to get ahead, you know? You just gotta grind. Put in the hours. Oh yeah, the level 1000s are just gods in there. They don't need anything they have, so they just... How's your day? Do you have New Year's Eve plans? I was really considering doing a stream going into midnight, but doing like Fall Guys or some like community game or something. I haven't committed to the idea yet. We'll be at home chilling. Yeah, I mean same. So I was like, shit, why not? Fall Guys could be fun. Polo, thank you for hydrate. Oh, hello.
I got news on that final code. Looks like the top cheese of this little gang has it. You'll need to strategize before taking it. Godspeed.
Embodied Revenant in the house. Let's go. You know, like same. Cool. What's up, gang? How are ya? We're running a little Stream Raiders. Fallout 76
Head for the final interceptor.
Let's do one more.
And we're clear. I'll sleep better knowing our guys are communicating over secure channels.
We won.
Thanks for doing your part, team.
I won the game.
Victorium.
You were enjoying the Fallout biography. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, cool, cool. I just put those new ones in recently. So I'm glad because we're about to watch another video about the game. YouTube content creators have some nice Fallout videos. I've watched a really funny one about all of the failed launches that 76 had and the glitches. They're like special collectible items that were just like not what was promised, just chaos. Maybe we can watch some of those too. Quick little daily op win. Revenant, I was considering playing Fallout 1 on stream at some point. I had been playing it off stream. I'm about halfway through it. I also have the second one. They're fun. I like the point and click style games. Choose your own adventure. There are so many different outcomes even in those games. That might be something we try next year. Cause I upload all my streams to YouTube. I think I have something like 60 Fallout streams that we've done. About 60 of them throughout the 2 years. Friend played them, they look cool. Yeah. Well, the thing is I'm the type of person that when they give me two options, I have to Google every result so I know what choice I'm making. I kind of take the fun out of it, you know? So, maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll just do a blind run. Alright, I'm gonna bail out of 76 here, and we're gonna hang out and watch this video. I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Here? Like this? Like that? So we can go. Okay, there we go. There it is. So gang, this video is called The Weird and Wonderful Fan Still Playing Fallout 76. So I'm gonna take my costume off because I got some barbecue chips and I'm about to go to town while we watch this. Just a warning, it is like 40 minutes if you do plan on investing, no worries if not. But like I said, the creator of Fallout for Hope is in this video. IGN interviewed him. So if anyone still hasn't checked out our campaign page, feel free. It's in the About section as well if you click on the Fallout for Hope logo. We're essentially a group of hundreds of Fallout streamers who are trying to raise as much money as we can for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital by the end of the year. So we got about 24 hours left in our campaign. But yeah, y'all, let's sit back and relax. Enjoy. Let me know if I need to adjust the volume at all.
The launch of Fallout 76 was a disaster. From unforgivable bugs and data breaches to collector's edition items that were the very definition of the words false advertising, the once lauded series went from controversy to controversy after the launch of its first MMO. The game, according to most, was dead on arrival.
It was rough when we launched it.
I was one that got a nylon bag rather than an actual canvas bag.
Oh, here. I got y'all. I'm gonna put subtitles on. They advertised canvas duffel bags with stuff in it, and it ended up being like nylon and terrible.
Launched it.
I was one that got a nylon bag rather than an actual canvas bag.
The player versus player was quite extreme.
It was very tricky to enjoy.
We knew when we launched that our work was just beginning.
But 4 years later, much to everyone's surprise, Vault Dwellers are still emerging. And not only are they still actively and obsessively playing, but they're doing some extremely weird things.
We would have an initiation ceremony where we would all fight naked and beat the new member to death and then eat them.
There was a rehearsal where
Hello?
Radscorpion actually killed Juliet.
Some of those strange things that happen to you are actually never
TOS?
intended because these other players are doing it.
If you've got the imagination for it, you can make it happen.
From black markets, Shakespeare plays, and full-time courier services, all the way to role-playing cannibals, I wanted to get to the bottom of why Fallout diehards are not only still playing the once-ridiculed game, but why their 76 obsession is taking the MMO further than was ever intended. This is the inside story of the weird and wonderful fans still playing Fallout 76.
That's us, baby. That's us.
Fallout 76 launched in November 2018 as not only the much desired follow-up to the critically acclaimed Fallout 4, but developer Bethesda Game Studios' first step into the world of massively multiplayer online gaming. The hype was palpable. The features of an MMO and the expansive world of Fallout's wasteland were seemingly a match made in heaven. Unfortunately though, the launch didn't quite pan out as Bethesda had hoped.
The internet thinks Fallout 76 looks like doo-doo, and they're kind of right. Admittedly, the AI in that game is not the best.
You got to deliver on what you promised.
We knew we were gonna have a lot of bumps.
Was it all worth the trouble? Probably not. And that's when I knew I was done with Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 was not only riddled with bugs and broken netcode, but perhaps more importantly, it was a lifeless experience that was a far cry from its predecessors.
That hurts.
Even when the game was working, it featured a world devoid of NPCs, balancing, and many of the classic Fallout features that fans loved. And on top of that, Bethesda was inundated with controversy after controversy, from issues with items in collector's editions being made from the wrong materials, to data breaches and continual fan outrage.
When we launched in November of 2018, all through like 2019, it's just like a blur. We were
But even still, it's like some of the AIs, like the dog characters, will just float across the level, like still.
pushing out patches and updates and hotfixes, and it was just chaos. It was rough when we launched it. We had a lot of problems, and we worked really hard to address the most egregious ones. We're still addressing some today.
You said game breaker, does that mean... Oh no, does that mean like you just can't progress at all?
A lot of things can go wrong, and unfortunately some things went wrong, right?
God, I think I look pretty cool.
Yet here we are, 4 years later, and the game is not only still going, but arguably, it's thriving.
The console
Despite possibly one of the worst launches in video game
Good for
history,
you, putting
in
in the work.
2022, Fallout 76 has a
I
passionate
would've
and
just
dedicated
cried.
community. And with 9 seasons of content and 3 huge updates, including the hugely popular Wastelanders update that finally introduced human NPCs into the world, it's clear to see that Bethesda has no intention of giving up on their community of Wasteland survivors.
That's the thing, this started with no NPCs as well, so it has come an extremely long way. Willie, welcome in, bro. How are you? How you doing?
Games that come out with some of the problems we had, the community just doesn't respond the way it always has.
If people come to the game now and see what's going on there, they'll be surprised.
But what is Fallout 76 actually like in
No
2022?
NPCs in the
I felt
MMO,
obliged to do a
bro.
little.
Imagine how dead it was. I couldn't even bring myself to play it, bro. Imagine how just absolutely void of like nothing to do in the game.
Investigating. And after a brief Twitter,
like you're literally just walking around looking at buildings, bro.
To call out for Fallout 76 fans to step
That'd be
forward, I
fun,
was
yeah.
shocked to see the
I don't
outpouring
blame
of dedication from an extremely hardcore fan base.
See, the thing is I got this. I got this steel book. So I didn't open it until like 2 years later. It literally stayed in the plastic because I was too nervous. The inside is the map.
I heard stories about Shakespeare plays, insane camp builds, rare weapon trading on black markets, and even role-playing cannibals. Not only did people love this
the
game,
bugs are
but they
hilarious.
were desperate to tell me about it. I had previously played Fallout 76 at launch, but like many others, I didn't last very long. But this unabashed passion piqued my interest, so I reinstalled and stepped back into the wasteland.
You got the refund the next day. That's great. I'm just like, nah.
Starting in a thematically appropriate way, I found my first hour of exploring a lonely experience. I began wandering, trying to find anything similar to the stories that I'd been told, but it quickly became apparent that I needed a guide. And one early outreach app immediately sprang to mind.
Exactly.
Willsy UK, real name Matt, was one of the first responders and conveniently based in my time zone. But more importantly, he's a huge fan of Fallout 76, putting well over 2,000 hours into the game at this point.
I booked 2 weeks off work for it, expecting great and fantastic things. I even called in sick for one of the days as well, because I was enjoying it that much. But yeah, I was there from launch. I'm not gonna lie, I was very apprehensive. One of the alarm bells was the pre-order kits.
That's a true gamer right there, calling in sick to work.
Bag.
Seems like we'll have to continue to pack our own go bags for when the world ends.
And then IGN brought out a review of the game.
Fallout 76 fails to do any of it well
Yes, you're taking the words out of my mouth. The camp building is probably my favorite
enough to
element
form an
of
identity.
76.
And I was like, I'm guessing somebody's not played Fallout before. And so when I jumped on it, I was like, I should have trusted the review.
And you can
beforehand, you
make
could feel the real
stuff.
absence of NPCs. When the Wastelanders come out and they announced, obviously, NPCs were coming back and Foundation, everything changed.
Despite Matt's initial disappointment, his love for 76 had only blossomed over the years. While showing me around his extremely impressive camp build and all the items that he'd accrued over the years, the thing that particularly piqued my interest was his passion for trading legacy weapons.
Legacy weapons are something that are absolutely fantastic weapons to play with. So good that obviously they are overpowered, and that's probably why Bethesda then took legendary elements out, which then left the weapons in the game. So the people that had obtained them would keep them, trade them. If you destroy it,
Is there legendary
it's gone
stuff
forever. So
in
there's only a
Final
limited
Fantasy,
number, because
Willie?
these were random rolls. Not everybody had one.
For the hardcore collectors in 76, having these precious guns was the key to their collection. But Bethesda, noticing some effects were clearly overpowering weapons, decided that instead of nerfing them, they would simply remove the option of rolling this lethal boost entirely. This created scarcity, and then rarity. But rather than the legacy guns disappearing forever, the community began to establish a shady marketplace for these desirable weapons.
It was unintended how powerful they were. It's not a problem in a single-player game if somebody has some.
Did you see
The
this?
community began to establish a shady marketplace for these desirable weapons.
It's a flamethrower with a skull and a bunch of stuff on the side.
It was unintended how powerful they were. It's not a problem in a single-player game if somebody has something that powerful. In a multiplayer scenario,
I see what you
we have
mean, Willie.
weapons like this in the game, it really does make the experience for other players not as fun or cool, because like you have these situations where like,
between
players go in to
those
participate
games,
in an event,
Cyberpunk,
someone rolls in with
I
one
think
of these
studios
legacy
have
weapons,
learned,
and it's just
like,
a one-shotter.
let's hold
We get a
off.
lot of feedback from players that don't have them. Like they don't like it.
Till
A lot
we're
of our
ready.
players want them removed. We are paying attention to that. They are
'Cause you're just
collector's
gonna
items,
lose out
and
on
just
money.
the nature of us removing them from showing up in the game makes them more rare. The longer the game goes on, in some ways, the more rare these things become, right?
At this
That was
point,
a lot of
I just
envy.
wanted to see one of these legacy weapons for myself. Matt, an owner of 3 of these beasts, kindly agreed to show me his collection.
Oh my god. Matt, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Nice party hat.
What? Thank you, thank you. So
Yeah,
what
so
is this
this
place?
So this is one of my camps with a very controversial name. I'm sorry about that.
Let's see what we're really here for.
Okay.
Where's these weapons?
So here is conveniently placed for you the God Roll Blooded Explosive Gatling Plasma. The one that everybody loves and hates. Mostly love it when they've got it, hate it when they don't.
Let's see this thing in action. I want to see this puppy roar.
Well, it's convenient that we're here because there's a few feral ghouls over in the city across, so we'll head over there with it.
Damn.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, so that is just what it does. It blows things out of the ballpark. The bigger the enemy, the kind of crazier it gets. So over here should spawn a Myra Queen. And she's nasty.
She's nasty.
Here she comes.
Light her up.
Alright, let's go. And she's dead.
Now, to anybody who's played the game knows that Mirelurk Queen does not go down that easy. It takes a lot of bullets at an early stage to kill that. And many people.
Yeah.
So pretty impressive.
Absolutely. If say we were to come across another one I use a different weapon, it would take considerably longer to be able to get this one down.
Yeah, Willie, so they're gonna get into all the
The
big
explosive
communities.
Gatling plasma was no joke, making extremely light work of anything that it encountered. But as time progressed,
There's a group that puts on Shakespeare plays in Fallout.
the risk of breaking or accidentally scrapping these weapons increases, and so their availability is becoming increasingly rare. And replacing a lost weapon is a huge challenge. You'd have to grind for hundreds of hours just to collect the currency you'd need to persuade a collector to part with one. So while exploring another of Matt's camps and taking a lovely break in his neatly positioned jacuzzi, I decided to ask how he got into legacy trading in the first place.
So my legacy
Was it
journey first
idea?
started about 8 months ago. I had no idea that I had a legacy in the first place. And I was on Discord Marketplace for Fallout. I was like, oh, I'm looking for a scout mask. And somebody said, okay, I'll come and see what you got. Seconds in, they're like, yeah, okay, I'll give you the scout mask. Because it was quite a rare item anyway. But you can still get it. And he said, but I want this. I was like, okay, sure. I gave it to him, not realizing that it was actually a legacy weapon, because I knew nothing about legacy in the game, and walked away. And I got a message from him saying, oh, you realize that weapon was legacy? And I was like, there's legacy weapons in Fallout? He said, yeah, and it's probably one of the best that you can get. And I was like, oh, well, could I trade it back? He was like, no chance.
Yeah.
So I then went on a bit of a legacy hunt.
The rarity of a desirable item inevitably brings out the worst in some, from playful deceit all the way up to real-world profiteering. Matt mentioned several times that these legacy weapons regularly trade on eBay for large amounts of money, despite this being
is that
against
legal?
Bethesda's terms of service.
It's not allowed.
No.
If we discover players doing that, their accounts will be suspended or banned.
Not the wedgie.
So it's strictly forbidden.
Despite Matt confirming that this is something he'd never be interested in doing, I was curious about how much a weapon like his explosive Gatling plasma would go for.
I've never thought about it. From what I've been told by my trusty trading friend, he would say that's what you call a god roll. If you were to say put it on eBay, it's about £140. One of my friends who I play with told me a lot of stories of a lot of bad trades that he's done. He's one of those that will sell it on eBay as well.
Matt's friend had also been on the receiving end of deceit while trying to trade with other players for legacy weapons. And it seems as if eBay is the true wasteland of opportunity, filled with people looking to take advantage.
There's something called a stealth uniform where if you crouch, you go completely invisible. And as he dropped the weapon, the person picked it up. And obviously he's like, you haven't dropped the weapon. He's like, I have. You haven't dropped the weapon. So obviously my friend looked down and it wasn't there. He was really confused. And then the other person just stands up and he lights up like a Christmas tree and just does a laughing emote. And then they both just leave and block him. But this is a weapon that was worth about £90 to £120 if you were to do it on eBay.
After an influx of fake buyers looking to take advantage of people, the trading community decided that enough was enough. Matt told me about a certain selection of fans who've created a more noble system, gathering and training honourable players looking to not only help rare weapon merchants, but to actually police these trades.
But the second they came out, you just saw everybody either put them in their vendor at the highest caps and whatnot, or people were creating PlayStation groups for trade and doing trade only with
Oh, I
materials
see it
such as
now.
flux
Yeah,
and steel.
wow.
And then obviously a business kind of come out of it with a courier service.
All right,
which is
gamer.
something that is wild, unique, and I don't really know if it's like allowed.
I asked Matt if he could arrange for me to meet one of these couriers so I could find out a little bit more about them. A date was set, but while waiting for my face-to-face meeting, I decided to dig into another side of the 76 community that had come to the forefront. Gamers who not only entered the wasteland, but became the wasteland.
I haven't gone that far yet. Maybe one day.
Todd said to make stories
All
our
right.
own.
So this guy right here, this is Kenneth. He's the person who he created Fallout for Hope. He's like the main head dude behind it. He's a brilliant writer too. He also writes radio and audio dramas and podcasts set in the Fallout universe. genius right here.
So I took him
Follow
at his word
follow his
and
content.
I dived in.
Back in 2018, Kenneth, a
And he's
dedicated
got the best game chair,
Fallout
bro.
fan
Yes.
and vintage radio enthusiast, took his love for the world and history of Fallout to the next level. After an inebriated
I see
gaming
you,
session
Willie.
with some friends, he was
Red gear,
inspired to take
untradeable.
the setting of Fallout into the world of fan fiction storytelling.
Chad at Fallout 76 Story, it's a dark humor serial podcast. And it started out as a series of journal entries that I wrote on Reddit. So I thought, what the hell, I'd do a
Amazing,
podcast.
dude.
By the time I
Dude's
got to
awesome.
episode 4, because the show was doing so well, I thought it would be really limiting storytelling-wise to just have me, and decided to make it a full...
Like Willie, you might remember when he just came into the stream randomly when we were playing Fallout one day and introduced himself. It would have been last year, probably early last year sometime. And that would have been before Christmas last year because he introduced himself and then he told me about Fallout for Hope. And then we joined it. Yeah, crazy,
ensemble
bro.
production to the
Amazing.
point that now I think we have 42 different voice actors in a variety
Bad
of
Fallout
different
76
major and minor
podcast,
roles.
that's the name of
I was
it.
robbed by some jackass and then the responders bagged me.
Yeah, you do have the kind of face that deserves to be shot and teabagged.
I think because it has that perfect mix of old school Americana feel with a really compelling open world space where you could tell your own stories, create your own characters, and then do it again and again and again. In the early days, you know, PvP was on. So if you heard somebody in the distance, because, you know, microphone was on all the time, do I go over there and possibly make a friend? Are they going to kill me and take my junk? The uncertainty of that experience pushed you into making connections that you
Oh, I
wouldn't
get it,
have
Willie.
any
Yeah,
other
it's
way.
hard, man, to
That,
commit.
you know, led to
Too much
meeting
stuff to play.
friends and coming up with these wacky ideas for stories as we were just kind of exploring the wasteland, making up our own story, which eventually became the podcast.
Chad, a Fallout 76 podcast, tells the story of Simon and his ongoing adventures in the Appalachia wasteland as he attempts to escape
Come on,
and eventually
fire,
kill
pussy.
his archetypal high school bully, hence the name Chad. But the narrative takes more than just the setting of Fallout 76 as inspiration. It's also based on the meta experience of dying in-game.
The twist comes from Simon realizing that the grave the next day is empty. Because the meta experience of Fallout 76 being that death has no consequences for us, the players, experienced through the character's eyes, that is a very what the hell is going on here moment. When every single one of those people that emerge into the wasteland realize that they can't die.
There's a reason death has no consequence. Look under Vault-Tec University. Find the access keys.
Hey, let that lady talk, dude.
Hold on a minute. We deserve to know. There's something bigger at stake here than this meathead in there.
Damn straight.
There are other podcasts now beyond ours that grew up around the game as well, and more of those are starting to come out too, which I think is fantastic. The other thing is different types of role-playing groups are popping up.
This part
Enclave
right
group,
here, the
Brotherhood
role-playing
groups,
group.
the Shakespeare, Globe Theater style Wasteland
Yeah, the
Theater
live
Company,
readings,
the stuff
yeah.
that they're doing, putting on actual performances.
Well, so recently he puts on games with the voice actors from the franchise. So he's got in a number of the voice actors, main character, out like 3 and 4, some from 76, and they've done like Hollywood Squares style games. Brilliant, awesome.
It's just remarkable.
I was no stranger to the name Wasteland Theatre Company. It'd come up several times during my searches, and it had certainly caught my attention. The troupe's story was very different to any other I'd seen. For the last year, the Wasteland Theatre Company had been spending their time in Fallout 76 adapting, rehearsing, and performing the iconic plays of William Shakespeare instead of hunting for caps and scraps. But why would a collection of Fallout 76 fans dedicate huge chunks of their gaming time to retelling the Bard's classic stories with a post-apocalyptic twist though? I had to know, so I got in touch with North, the creator and instigator of the Wasteland Theatre Group, to find out how this all came to be.
Here on this stage, on the anniversary of the bombs falling on our world, we bring back the arts, and with that, we bring back life.
So we're going around looking at everybody's camps, and somebody had built a movie theater. I was inspired by the movie theater and started building it like physical theaters, like for live performance, and started off just with sort of static scenes from famous plays or pop culture. A Clockwork Orange, for example, we'd have them all set up in their straight jackets and bowler hats.
Creative
As we continued
content
playing, we started
and artist
dabbling
people,
into the
man,
thought of
truly.
doing an actual live performance in game, and what would that look like?
A plague on both your factions.
The jump from creating pop culture scenes
and they
to perform
adapt it to be like, Fallout terminology.
Shakespeare in a post-apocalyptic wasteland is certainly an odd one, but North went on to rationalize how it all came together for him.
That universe is so incredible, and it really lends well to what we're doing now as the Wasteland Theater Company. The survivability of arts and culture, and basically that's our expression of humanity often is through arts and culture.
Much like the Chad podcast, the Wasteland Theatre Company was not only inspired by real-world storytelling, but how our real-world culture is portrayed within Fallout 76. Despite the times, there's in-game evidence that art wants to survive, with the idea that when humanity is at its lowest, we look for what it is to be human to carry us forward. In this particular case, it's the timeless storytelling of William Shakespeare.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
We throw it out to the community, and hopefully from that
Bro,
we'll get...
I swear this was the place I found. Remember how I said I found that theater and I took a picture in it? Yes, the Swan Theater. Yo, I found this place in game and I have a picture in it. I stumbled upon it. I was like, holy shit, what is this? The Swan Theater. And I went in.
Particular
and it's
case,
like,
it's
the stage looks like it's out over the space. The floor is painted to look like space.
Timeless storytelling of William Shakespeare.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
We throw it out to the community, and hopefully from that we'll get, and we are getting people who say, can I try acting? Who are like, absolutely, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you've never done it before or if you're a professional Shakespeare
There was no
actor.
one in it when I
this
went.
is the
it was
best
empty.
place for a brand new person who might be afraid of public speaking to come in and do it and try it out, because we have zero judgment. Number one, this is for fun, right?
I decided to put this to the test. North kindly agreed to let me audition, in-game, for a role in the company's upcoming production, A Midsummer Night's Dream, which would be performed in their new, custom-built theatre.
Wow.
This is a theatre in the Mire.
Beautiful.
It's loosely based off Regent's Park Theatre in London.
Okay.
Loosely. It being an open-air theatre and Regent's Park being an open-air theatre as well.
Is that the only connection?
Yes.
Before my audition took place, North showed me around the impressive building, pointing out every theatre nut and bolt that you'd expect, even down to the operational and operated lighting booth. I'd also got to meet several members of the cast who had been with the Wasteland Theatre Company since their earlier performance of the Scottish play.
The way he's so organized, his scripts, he does all of his research, he just encompasses all of the characters, all of the lines, even if he has to consolidate different lines and, with different characters, he just gets the entire story told in just such a beautiful way.
I was impressed with not only the work being done here, but the passionate team that North had assembled. I started imagining the difficulties of recruiting gamers in a predominantly violent online game with the only lure of reciting 16th century plays. I later found out that the team's galvanized determination was ironically down to a popular Fallout content creator's negative reaction to it all.
We had a photo of us all dressed up in a static scene for Les Miserables.
Of course,
and
a
so he
shit talker.
retweeted that and said, "Theater in Fallout. This is so wrong. This is a Mad Max world. Nobody would have time for theater. This is why I hate 7.6, because you would never see this in any of the other Fallouts." That kind of attitude. And that actually got us thinking on a philosophical level, right? Like, wait, yeah, theater survives conflicts. Theater is alive in conflicts, right? And when there's a war, there's often soldiers doing theater performances to keep a sense of their humanity in a terrible place. Not everybody has to be a raider or a Brotherhood of Steel or a soldier of some sort. There can also be artists and artisans and poets in the Wasteland, and there are.
In a way though, the dismissive content creator had a point. This was still a Mad Max-like world, filled with unpausable danger. And rehearsing and performing on live servers adds extra jeopardy to their performance.
In Romeo and Juliet, we did have a random right in the closing scene, Romeo and Juliet they just end their lives together on this bed, and Friar Lawrence is giving his big speech about all of the different pieces coming together, you know, Shakespeare, all the big pieces coming together. And all of a sudden this guy jumps into the middle of the stage with a machine gun and like gas masks, totally not in one of us. He's looking around like this. He sees what's happening, and he went and he sat in the audience. And then as soon as we took our bows, he was like, "Oh my f***ing God, I know you guys. You do Shakespeare."
Anytime somebody loads in,
he loaded
it's
in
going
on
to
top.
respawn enemies, so you have to have somebody patrolling the perimeter, ready
What's
to
up,
deal
Mo?
with those so that
Welcome
they
in.
don't attack the actors.
Oh, thank
or
you. I hope you're having a good
spectators.
holiday.
In Romeo and Juliet, we had quite the.
We're just watching some Fallout videos. We're watching a video about 76. Appreciate you popping in. Sorry if I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to order food real quick.
Problem with red scorpions.
There was a rehearsal where a rad scorpion actually killed Juliet, unfortunately, because he wasn't wearing any armor. Our actors are in the moment, as they say in the theater business. They're in the moment. Show has to continue. Show has to go on.
North was right. The show does have to go on, even when, as you'll see, you're serendipitously interrupted during your audition, which it was now time for.
All right, are you prepared for your grand audition?
I think so.
I'm ordering from a restaurant called Harvey's. It's got veggie burgers. It's like a better burger, like your Burger King or McDonald's. I think it's just though.
I know, I've committed the words to memory, at least.
This is Act 3, Scene 1.
Good old Veggie B.
You will be auditioning for the role of Moth.
An audition! Whoa, look at
grossness.
this! No way. Bee Blossom, Cobweb, Moth, and
So
Mustard
that thou
Seed.
shalt, like an airy spirit, go. Peas Blossom, Cobweb, Moth, and Mustard Seed.
Yo, Mo, let's go 1 year. Good to see you. I hope you've been well. You said you've been playing Tekken, Fall Guys, Mafia. I like Mafia. Yo, Back for Blood, I have that. I only played the first couple levels. How did you like Back for Blood?
Ready.
So am I.
And
love.
I.
And I.
That's great.
And I. Where shall we go? And pluck the wings from painted butterflies to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies. Hail, mortal! Hail!
Hail!
Hail! Beautifully done.
What was that running past me just then?
Is it a bit laggy? I want to get back to it. I want to try it again.
Excuse me, I'm auditioning here. Have a bit of respect.
I must say that there were 2 individuals interested in the role of Moth.
Okay.
So you'll be up against the other individual who happens to be our lighting tech.
Oh no.
And fortunately for you, our lighting tech is required to do the lighting.
Yeah. Offline, gotcha.
So I'm happy to
He
announce
loves
that
zombie
you will be playing the role of Moth in our upcoming production of The Midsummer Night's Dream.
Fantastic. You did just tell me I got the role by default, but I'm going to take it anyway.
That's how it is in theater sometimes. That's how it works.
With my grand performance still a few weeks away, my time with the Wasteland Theatre Company had, for now, come to an end. But in my quest to find more Fallout 76 roleplayers, one group's name kept coming up again and again.
They were, I think, the very first role-playing group, ironically enough, and they were also the first group to really catch headlines.
I've heard of cannibal role players. I've never encountered them. They're welcome to see our performances as long as they don't eat the audience in the cast.
They call themselves EATT, Eat 76. They're out there, usually completely nude.
It was time to find the
Not
role-playing
completely
cannibals
nude.
of Fallout 76.
You know, I created Eat to be an all-inclusive club. A place where you can be accepted for being you, especially if being you involves eating other humans.
Back Back in 2019, the establishment of Appalachian Taste Testers, or EAT for short, began to catch headlines for their unique approach to playing Fallout 76. So much so that executive producer and all-round face of Bethesda, Todd Howard, even acknowledged them.
This group of cannibals in the game that they have this community that if you become a
Yeah.
cannibal, they
I
go
saw that
out.
headline. I started reading.
Hold
I was
on,
like,
I'm
which
just
way is
finishing
the
up my
story gonna
order
go?
here.
Yeah.
EAT had a very simple mantra: meet friends and eat people.
My immediate thought was like, oh, finally somebody's really putting the cannibal perk to good use. It's not a popular
I
thing
don't
that a lot of
understand
people
Uber
use, like,
Eats. I put in a
somebody
gift
with
card,
these
but
people
then it
gravitated
didn't.
towards it, and then have
It was
built
like,
an
yeah, your
entire
gift card worked, but
story
then it
around
didn't use it
But
on
how
the
did
order.
this all begin? Why did a group of friends take a single and disturbing perk from the game and build their entire clan philosophy around it?
It just charged me the full amount and like put the gift card somewhere else.
The player versus player was quite extreme. Fallout 76 doesn't have an inbuilt clan system. Maybe that's something you can look at, Todd, if you're listening to this. You're very much left to your own devices to sort of create what you want to create within the game. And so we thought, well, we make our own clan. You know, I said, let's do it, Chris. We'll make a Facebook group.
What
you know, we
games?
can
What
get
games?
a theme.
We're doing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've been playing that. I'm the worst. Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're gonna be doing God of War Ragnarok next month, and first Last of Us Part 1. We beat Little Nightmares 2 last night. Yeah, we're all over the place. We finished the Silent Hill franchise. We played through the first 4 games.
Whatever we want, and we were just sort of brainstorming
Any recommendations?
ideas.
What do you want?
Do
Do you like horror stuff? Do you want to do more like MMO? What are you kind of feeling?
Cannibal perk. I know in New Vegas there's the White Glove Society that are meant to be cannibals, and I thought, there's something in that maybe we could explore. And Chris just sort of took that idea and went for it.
The Chris Dave is referring to here is co-founder and fellow Appalachian taste tester Chris Grawl. Dave shared that although Chris isn't as active in 76 anymore, he has still kept the EAT group and Creed alive in other games such as No Man's Sky. But EAT is still alive and well under the stewardship of Daft Nick, and I wanted the grand tour of their experience. I was kindly invited to play with both Daft Nick and his colleague and chief trap maker, more on that later, Jeepin' Jeepers.
We in the clan also have this secret way of greeting each other, which is the cooking emoji. You'd be surprised how many times we bump into the people and they're like, oh my god, you're Daft Nick from the Facebook group, or oh my god, and they know the emoji, they do everything.
Yeah, I don't see that cooking one often.
We just sort of chill out together then, so it's a great way of meeting people.
By eating them.
Far Cry's cool.
Make friends and eat people. We had our own...
Hey, I'm a little biased, but if you ask me, I tell everybody to give Death Stranding a try. If you like Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear Solid creator, Death Stranding is amazing. The second one coming out in a year or 2.
Initiation ceremony for the admin team. So on the Facebook group, if you wanted to become part of the admin team, if you're with us for long enough and we could trust you, we would sort of make it like, being initiated into a secret society, and have an initiation ceremony where we would all fight naked and beat the new member to death, and then eat them.
I was keen for the full admin team experience, so Daft Nick kindly skipped the trust pleasantries and agreed to initiate me, even though he accidentally left his stealth uniform on.
Yeah, as long as I keep moving, you should be able to see me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. If you bear with me just a second, I'm just going to get dressed.
Yeah, put your clothes back on, man.
While exploring one of EAT's many bases of operations, Daft Nick told me that another founding and active member of the Cannibal Collective was actually his real-life partner. His love for her and Fallout began to even pour through the screen, and he shared that they initially met because of the series.
Short version is we were both in a Fallout group together. I think it was on Fallout 4, and I helped her out with some advice on how to get a pet for her camp or something like that. And I don't know, she saw something in me, I saw something in her, and we just sort of got talking on Facebook.
And yeah, people, you know, I think every major MMO kind of has a story where two people met and fell in love, you know? Kind of mind-blowing.
We originally started out as quite a small group here at EAT, and then very quickly took off with the help of Chris
Bro, I'm
Grohl,
so mad at
also
Uber
my
Eats. I can't believe
girlfriend
they just
Lisa,
did that.
and my friend here Marcus, who sort of stood around in the background, and various other members of EAT.
Jeepin' Jeepers, real name Marcus, was not only a passionate member of EAT, but also a mean, and in both senses of the word, trap camp builder. Trap camps are a specific type of camp built to lure in other players.
About trap camps. Trap camps are crazy. Sometimes you'll come across them and you'll go to like buy something at their merchant spot, and once you buy it, a trap will come down and kill you, so then you lose the thing you just bought. Other people make games out of it though. What time is it? 11 p.m. I was thinking of getting Hitman Crash, Last of Us, Tekken Crash. Yeah, going to the nostalgia games, Spyro and Crash. That's fun, bro. I would say The Last of Us is a must if you haven't played it yet. HBO is doing their show, Last of Us show, next month.
To certain death, and were made popular by a user called A Swift Kick in the Junk and his infamous Deathclaw maze.
It's amazing.
I'd even stumbled upon one of Marcus's trap camps earlier while researching EAT.
Flip this switch here.
Oh my god.
And incinerate the victim.
It's important to note that I didn't know that was Marcus at the time. In fact, I had no idea what was going to happen when Marcus kindly invited me to have a look at one of his builds.
Hello, welcome to the Ultralux Bank of Appalachia, the highest rated financial institution in all of Appalachia.
That place is nice.
Here at the Ultralux Bank of Appalachia, we're committed to rebuilding America. Do you have a business you'd like to start? Do you need your weekly bullion restock? Well, come talk to me and I can get you the caps you need today.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you for that amazing introduction. What a wonderful establishment you have here.
Why, thank you. Now, as I said, we are the highest rated trap base in all of Appalachia.
Wow!
Appreciate your visit, and we hope you enjoy your final resting place.
Wow.
So as you'll notice,
Well,
I put a bunch of free stuff out front, so this is a little bit more inviting here. You know, a lot of people who've been in the game for a long time, they see this tiny little spot and they're like, oh, that's danger. But when you lure them into this first part and then you give them free drinks and then you've got free ammo over here, it makes it feel a little more welcoming, you know?
Yeah.
So, you built this whole establishment.
This guy is sinister.
Yep. The entire thing is built around a facade. Alright, come around the back. This is where things start to get a little more sinister. And this is where the true hidden nature of EAT comes to,
Oh yeah, we should see the secret. This is a secret EAT meeting room.
Alright, this feels intimidating looking in here.
That's the whole point. It's supposed to feel like you're walking into a cult meeting room. So
does.
I designed these chairs specifically with the antlers so that when you sit down, they're around your head, which if you're familiar with cannibal and like Wendigo lore, antlers are often used to represent cannibals.
Oh, where are we going
so
now,
this is my holding cell / torture chamber.
Oh my god.
Again with the torture chamber? Oh my god, the first time I met him, he was like, hey, wanna come see my torture chamber? And he built this whole f***ing camp, and I was like, oh wow.
The EAT faction took their lore seriously, but never at the expense of having fun. Their passion for maintaining their characters was surprisingly wholesome, and ultimately, the role-playing was not only the driving force for their creativity in 76, but their tool for attracting others to play with them. It's something that's beautifully ironic when you consider that real-world cannibals are infamously not great with newcomers.
In any other game, that experience would be
Finish Watch Dogs
for the,
1,
on the receiving end, something
Sleeping
that
Dogs. I love the
player,
Watch Dogs
wouldn't
franchise.
like, but I think
We have
once they realize, like once you're on the
wrench
receiving
mask
end
from
and
the
you
second
realize
one.
like you're now
One
a
of our
character in
cosplays.
somebody else's story, it flips the switch in their head. It's like, oh, this isn't like a negative moment. This is cool. Like we're creating a story together now, and I just happen to be the guy that got eaten. But you know, it's still a story, and it's a story that they'll walk away and tell their friends, right?
One thing people don't give this game credit for is the infinite roleplay potential. Like games like Fallout 4 and stuff, yeah, you can roleplay with the NPCs a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's not, you know, it's a dead end eventually. Whereas with this game, you're playing with real people, and so there's unlimited potential of things you can do, things you can come up with.
Yeah, we played through
if
Watch
you've got
Dogs
the
Legion.
imagination for it.
Watchdog Legion blew my mind because the structure of it really allows you to play as any single NPC in the entire game. Like, they were not lying when they advertised it, that there are like thousands of them, and you can click on any one of them, have them join your squad and play as them, and they will have their own set of special skills and abilities, their own voice, personality. It's really, I don't even know how they did it.
You can make it happen.
Because those games come out every couple years. There's like new expansions and stuff. This one must have taken so long.
Meeting Eat, along with the Wasteland Theatre and the team behind
had
the
to have
Chad
been working
podcast,
on it for a
really shone a
while.
light on how wholesome the community has become. Perhaps once dismissed as gluttons for punishment, these players not only love Fallout 76, but had found their own personal ways to thrive with it. My time with Eat was up, but it was now my chance to meet the courier that the legacy fanatic Matt promised to introduce me to. And with this encounter came another unique story and fascinating role-player dynamic.
Ooh, a mystery.
And these couriers are trusted, and they have like a trust rating. It's like Trustpilot. You just go down it and you see this person's trustworthy, this person's trustworthy. They don't have a fee, but some of them do say, I want some caps for it. But that's if they play the game. A lot of them are now just couriers that will jump on when requested. It feels almost illegal because of the way you do it, but it's absurd because you're in a video game doing it.
Matt had kindly arranged a mock deal with his courier, Priscilla, who was happy to tell me more. But firstly, we needed to get some shelter from what was quite clearly the windiest place in all of Appalachia.
Is there somewhere we can carry on this chat indoors? Because it's very windy out here.
Oh, good games.
Oh, we've got
bro.
Lovely Fire roaring next to us.
Metal Gear 5 is amazing. You probably don't want spoilers, but one of our stream friends is playing it right now, and he is goddamn hilarious. Great time watching that stream. Metal Gear 5 is dope. And if you like that, then you'll probably enjoy Death Stranding because there's similar game mechanics and like HUD heads-up display kind of thing.
So how many courier deals do you think you've done?
I don't even think I played the DLCs. I need to go back. I don't recall that.
I've probably done hundreds, if not thousands. I mean, it's really hard to say because not every post turns into an actual finished job. A lot of times people will post and maybe the deal has fallen through, or the trade partner doesn't show up, or somebody's fallen asleep.
Hundreds, if not thousands of jobs for anonymous gamers is a mammoth task with little to no reward. So I had to ask Priscilla what motivates her to keep this up.
Knowing that I'm on the right side of things, that, you know, somebody's not going to lose their items because I took a few minutes out of my day to help them. Right after launch of the game, because I've been playing since day one, about a month after, I had a very serious medical event that almost ended my life, and so I haven't been able to work. This kind of, and people, I have friends who give me a hard time about it, but this gives me a work-like structure. Something that is now missing from my life because I don't go to work every day. So it kind of, it does give me a sense of purpose in that fact, but it keeps me in a, like, I have a purpose, I get up, this is what I'm doing, this is my job, and even though, you know, I don't punch a clock and I don't get paid, but I do have a responsibility to my team and to my community, and it just fulfills that piece that was taken away from me. It's a family for me, and it's just what it is now. So I don't. The community needs us.
Because you would think, when like the creators and the devs are making this game, it's probably hard to imagine a scenario like this that she's talking about, where your game can affect somebody so much on such a deep emotional level. Like, that's got to be really rewarding as a game maker.
And I'm here until they shut the servers down, so...
Accessories, weapons, skins.
Frisella's
I'm gonna have to
story
check
is
that
likely
out.
not an
I
uncommon
kind of
one.
wanted to replay
Behind the
it.
wasteland
There's
attire
just so
and
many
crazy
games.
weaponry are real people with real struggles. Earlier on, I spoke to Kenneth about the Chad podcast, but Kenneth also spearheads something far more valuable to the community, a charity drive called
This is
Fallout
nuts,
for
yo.
Hope,
So,
for which he
okay,
does
so this is the Fallout for Hope is the charity campaign that we're running right now with Ken and hundreds of other streamers. That's our campaign link right there. It's going to be running until the end of tomorrow, so we have about 24 hours left that we'll be raising money for St. Jude's. I appreciate anybody who takes the time to check that out.
incredible work to help people in need.
Fallout
Oh,
for
Ground
Hope
Zeroes. Yeah, the
started in
prequel.
December
That's
of
worth playing
2020.
too.
Some people in the community have needed some help. Doc C.G. Martin was a really well-known role player in the community. He was hurt in a fire, getting his family to safety. Severe third-degree burns. Desperately needed help, not just to repair the damage of his home to make it safe again, but also, had medical bills. We helped out a paramedic that we know in the community, and she got herself into some dire financial straits because of complications with COVID. So we were able to help her. And I started to think about, if the community is able to help, one or two people, what would happen if the entire community everywhere, worldwide Fallout gamers, regardless of where they're from, mobilized for a single cause, and all of us in one voice standing up for something.
Because we are a social game, we create the opportunity for people to share their stories and kind of empathize with others. We are fortunate as developers that the types of people that gravitate towards our game and the things that our game provides, it's the same kind of people that are not just interested in helping people inside the game, but interested in helping people outside the game too.
The Fallout community is ridiculously wholesome. You have two roads, essentially, whether you're walking out of Vault 101, whether you're walking out of Vault 76, and you either pick a dark road or you pick a lighter road. Choosing to make a difference.
Mo, you said you
and
play Fall
believing
Guys,
that
right?
Starts as soon as people realize that you can make change in the world, but you can't do it alone.
During my time with Fallout 76, it became clear to me that this was a community like no other. Yes, the headlines are the charity work and the volunteers helping to make it a better place to play. But
I was considering doing a New Year's Eve stream tomorrow night and maybe playing some community games. I was thinking Fall Guys might be a good game. That's one most people have. It's cross-platform.
myself as a low-level player had experienced friendliness and generosity that I'd never seen in an online game before. Unfortunately, I didn't have my equipment set up to capture the moment, but during one of my first few days, an extremely high-level player approached me, dropped 50 stim packs, a level 50 weapon, said hello, and then went about his day. And this wasn't an isolated case. High-level players consistently flock to help people.
People are really, really, really generous. Not sure if it's the whole sort of work together for a better future ethos of Vault Tech sort of shining through, but you could go into any server, and if there's a low-level player that's just started, they will just be surrounded by veterans just dropping everything on the floor that they could ever possibly need.
There was a player that was role-playing as like a field medic, and we're like trying to help heal other players.
No, I just said tomorrow for New Year's I was thinking of doing a stream and potentially playing Fall Guys because it's cross-platform. Just looking for stuff that a lot of people have.
I mean, to me, it just sort of captures the overall vibe of the community. I wish it was something we did a better job of rewarding that behavior in the game. It's not like there's not a lot of incentive, honestly, to do that. They're just doing it because they clearly enjoy it. They get fulfillment out of feeling like they helped other players, and that's super cool.
I now play with a few people that are in their 70s on Fallout 76 that are a higher level than me and probably have more items than I do in game.
It's so rare and unique in online games to have a community like ours. We don't take it for granted, that's for sure.
It's a really great space to meet people. Wherever there are people, there's always going to be expressions of self. You would never have thought it, but I think video games are a place where things like Shakespeare can survive and thrive.
Despite the common perception, Fallout 76 is surviving and now, perhaps later than expected, genuinely thriving. But it's hard to imagine that this would have come together without the creativity, passion, and wholesome nature of the community that plays it. Every developer of an online game will sing the songs of community, but Fallout 76 is the first time that I felt the power coursing through its world. And all this coming from a game that had a disastrous launch and an incredibly negative initial reaction makes it only more impressive. From the sheer level of generosity to the creativity and healthy obsessions, Fallout 76 fans have cultivated a community like no other, and are proof that working together can provide a better future.
That was such a cool transition.
And our proof,
down
the
to that other
obsessions,
camp.
Fallout 76 fans
Oh, a bunch of people down there.
have
Wow.
cultivated a community like no other, and are proof that working together can provide a better future. The world of Fallout 76 is definitely weird, but it's also wonderful, and I suspect all the Wastelanders and Vault Dwellers wouldn't have it any other way.
Peas bottom, moss, mustard seed. Nod to him, elves, and do his courtesy.
Hail, mortal!
Hail! Hello. As you'll notice, I'm a level 2, so I'm just trying to learn the world. And please talk to me. Alright. See you later.
Yeah, we play on
Zenith
PlayStation.
Plays, if you want to get involved, I think they're
it's
auditioning
not
still, there's roles available.
cross-platform, so if you want to play with us, it'd have to be on Sony.
That's the general reaction we get.
Yeah, let me. Oh, Jesus. How embarrassing.
That didn't go very well, did it? I was going to try and eat you when you were down.
Yeah.
No, I love this game. I'm really glad that they've kind of got their renaissance and now it's back and people are having fun with it. Y'all, we got a raid out. Time to go. It's time to go. I have a raid target. We're gonna raid Wreck-It Renee. Let me get this set up here. This is one of the first Fallout streamers that we made friends with. She's really dope, and she's a big community supporter, very helpful to new players, people who have questions, so make sure we show her some love. I'm gonna start this raid up. Let's do that. Do this here. Yeah, thank you again to everybody who's just lurking, hanging out, chatting, saying hi, watching the ads if you had them, subscribing, using bits. I really appreciate y'all, and a special thank you to everybody who took the time to everybody who took the time to check out our campaign page and make a contribution, spread the word. You're really helping to save lives, which is something that you should be really proud of. So thank you for your help and your contributions. Mo, have a great day. I will be back tomorrow night at some point, probably playing Fall Guys or some community games. I hope to see y'all there. Have a great night, everybody. Stay safe. Say hi to Wreck-It Renee. Drop the emotes if you got them. Have a great night, y'all. Stay safe. Happy holidays. Bye.